Genesis chapter 8. The end of the flood and God's covenant. 1 And God remembered Noah, and every living thing, and all the cattle that was with him in the ark. And God made a wind to pass over the earth, and the waters assuaged. 2 The fountains also of the deep and the windows of heaven were stopped, and the rain from heaven was restrained. 3 And the waters returned from off the earth continually. And after the end of the 150 days the waters were abated. 4 And the ark rested in the 7th month, on the 17th day of the month, upon the mountains of Ararat. 5 And the waters decreased continually until the 10th month. In the 10th month, on the 1st day of the month, were the tops of the mountains seen. 6 And it came to pass at the end of 40 days, that Noah opened the window of the ark which he had made. 7 And he sent forth a raven, which went forth to and fro, until the waters were dried up from off the earth. 8 Also, he sent forth a dove from him, to see if the waters were abated from off the face of the ground. 9 But the dove found no rest for the sole of her foot, and she returned unto him into the ark, for the waters were on the face of the whole earth. Then he put forth his hand, and took her, and pulled her in unto him into the ark. 10 And he stayed yet other 7 days, and again he sent forth the dove out of the ark. 11 And the dove came into him in the evening, and, lo, in her mouth was an olive leaf plucked off. So Noah knew that the waters were abated from off the earth. 12 And he stayed yet other 7 days, and sent forth the dove, which returned not again unto him any more. 13 And it came to pass in the 601st year, in the 1st month, the 1st day of the month, the waters were dried up from off the earth. And Noah removed the covering of the ark, and looked, and, behold, the face of the ground was dry. 14 And in the 2nd month, on the 27th day of the month, was the earth dried. 15 And God spake unto Noah, saying, 16 Go forth of the ark, thou, and thy wife, and thy sons wives with thee. 17 Bring forth with thee every living thing that is with thee, of all flesh, both of fowl, and of cattle, and of every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth, that they may breed abundantly in the earth, and be fruitful, and multiply upon the earth. 18 And Noah went forth, and his sons, and his wife, and his sons' wives with him. 19 Every beast, every creeping thing, and every fowl, and whatsoever creepeth upon the earth, after their kinds, went forth out of the ark. 20 And Noah built an altar unto the Lord, and took of every clean beast, and of every clean fowl, and offered burnt offerings on the altar. 21 And the Lord smelled a sweet savor. And the Lord said in his heart, I will not again curse the ground any more for man's sake. For the imagination of man's heart is evil from his youth. Neither will I again smite any more every living thing, as I have done. 22 While the earth remaineth, seed time and harvest, and cold and heat, and summer and winter, and day and night shall not cease.
Explanation and understanding of Genesis chapter 8. Genesis chapter 8 continues the narrative of the Great Flood, describing the receding waters, the end of Noah's time on the ark, and God's establishment of a covenant with Noah. God's remembrance in action. After the floodwaters had prevailed on the earth for 150 days, God remembered Noah, his family, and the animals on the ark. He caused a wind to pass over the earth, and the waters began to subside. The receding waters, the fountains of the deep and the windows of heaven were stopped, and the rain ceased. The waters gradually receded from the earth. Resting on Ararat, the ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat in the 7th month, on the 17th day. As the waters continued to decrease, the tops of the mountains became visible by the 1st day of the 10th month. Sending forth birds, Noah sent out a raven, which flew back and forth until the waters dried up. He also sent out a dove to test the conditions. The dove initially returned because it found no place to rest. Noah waited 7 days and sent the dove again, and this time it returned with an olive leaf, indicating that the waters were receding. After waiting another 7 days and sending the dove once more, it did not return, signaling that the earth was sufficiently dry. Exiting the ark. In the 601st year of Noah's life, on the 1st day of the 1st month, the earth was dry. Noah removed the covering of the ark and saw that the ground was dry. Then, on the 27th day of the second month, the earth was completely dry. God's command. God instructed Noah, along with his family and all the animals, to exit the ark. They were to be fruitful, multiply, and fill the earth. No sacrifice. Noah built an altar and offered burnt sacrifices to God using clean animals and birds. The aroma of the sacrifices pleased God. God's covenant. God, in response to Noah's offering, made a covenant with all of humanity and the earth. He promised never again to curse the ground or destroy all living things with a flood. God acknowledged that human nature is inherently inclined toward evil from youth, but declared that he would not repeat the previous destruction. Continuation of natural order. God established that the cycles of the seasons, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, and day and night would continue as long as the earth remained. Genesis chapter 8 signifies the end of the catastrophic flood and the beginning of a new era for humanity. It highlights themes of God's mercy, covenant, and the importance of offerings and sacrifices as acts of worship and devotion. The rainbow, which is introduced in the next chapter, becomes the visible sign of this covenant.